Hello, welcome back to Gothmas Day 4. Yes, I've got a little bit of a headache, so my forehead's looking weird. And yes, the joys of trying to grow out a mohawk. I will at some point, I think, give up and grow it again. Or, well, shave it again, I should say. Okay, we have another item from our haul for this month. And because it's a 3-check month, I might be able to squeeze in one more at the end of the month. We'll see. But then I won't have one for January. We'll see what happens. Okay, this is, again, Craftwork Estate Vineyards. Buttery Pumpkin Chardonnay. It's 6.9% ABV. And it has nutmeg, cinnamon, and cloves in it. And it says it has a hint of buttery pie crust and a kiss of sweet cream. So we'll see what that has. It says Chardonnay, natural flavors, and, of course, gum arabic, which I would assume is a stabilizer or a preservative. Let me know in the comments below. It's been a long day. That should be good right about there. Let's see if we can... Sorry, this glass is spotty. I don't have a dishwasher. I can smell some of the spices. There we go. Cinnamon. Trying to see if I can find the cloves and the nutmeg. A little bit of nutmeg. The cloves are not showing up. It almost reminds me of spiced cider. It's because I'm getting most of the grape and the cinnamon. And the nutmeg, yeah, I said the nutmeg. A little bit. The cloves I'm not tasting. Of course, I'm serving it chilled. If it were warm, I might get some of the other spices. This is very nice for a seasonal wine. It tastes like an apple pie, which is odd because there's no apple in it. But then I guess the more apt analogy might be, considering it is grapes, mincemeat pie. There we go. Because that's got the spices, same spices basically. Because this is a white grape, it's a more mild flavor than a red grape, which is why apple comes to mind before grape. But yeah, now that it's warming up, I can taste the light raisiny flavor of the grape, like a golden raisin. Yeah, there we go. That's what's coming through now. I was thinking apple, but then I'd forgotten what golden raisins taste like. So yeah, it is reminiscent of a pie. But as I said, not more than I thought about it, more of like a mincemeat pie than an apple pie, but they're similar in flavor profile in some cases, at least to me anyway. It's very lovely, it's nice and light. It would be good with dinner. You could probably serve this with your turkey. But it would be equally at home with dessert. You could do this, actually, you could even have this before dinner. So this is a nice, so basically it's a nice all-around holiday wine. You could have it before dinner, with dinner, or after dinner. It's got just enough spice to it, but it's still kind of a mild spice. So you're not going to want it with strong flavored food because it would overtake the flavor of the wine and it would drown it out completely. So if you're having ham like some people do for Christmas, I would not recommend it with ham. That would be maybe because red wine is supposed to be good with beef, and then rosé is good with I don't remember what, and white wines are supposed to be good with pork and poultry and some seafoods. Ham is a different animal. Not literally, it's a pig, it's still pork, but the taste of um, ham, it might complement this. I don't know. To me, I wouldn't drink it with ham, but that doesn't mean you won't want to try it with ham. Well, if anything is, now that I was talking about ham, which reminded me of ham has cloves, now I'm tasting the cloves, which is kind of funny. Funny how association works when you're thinking. I couldn't find the cloves in the flavor profile till I started thinking about what you could serve it with, and then I'm thinking you wouldn't want to serve it with ham because that would be too strong. But then again, it might be just right after all. Because, well, you put cloves in ham and you put pineapple on ham, it's not as strong a flavor as beef. So it might work. It might actually, I am correcting myself. I stand corrected on that. It would actually be good with ham because the cloves do sneak up on you. So I will correct myself on that. Good with turkey or ham. But with the ham, it'll complement the ham. Like I said, now that I've thought about it, it would complement the ham. But then would the flavors get lost in each other? With the turkey, which is a more mild flavor, those the spices the cinnamon will probably come out more on the nutmeg, possibly. I'm not an expert. I'm just guessing. Don't take my word for it. If you have a festival foods near you, pick this up while you can get it. It is made in California, so you might be able to get it other places as well. Again, as I've said in other videos, in other reviews. My brain's not wanting to work today. Google, yes, and see if your store has Craftwork Estate Buttery Pumpkin Chardonnay. And if you have it in your store near you and you can get there safely, with, weather being what it is right now, pick up a bottle or two. You won't regret it because if you like a white wine, You will like this. If you like a spiced wine with the holidays, because that's the time you think of spiced cider, mulled wine, etc. You will like it. It's more, again, the spice profile is more subdued. Hang up the phone. Than other spiced wines, but it's definitely for the holidays. It will be, like I said, an excellent accompaniment with your dinner or your dessert or even before dinner. Um, that's pretty much it. I will put this up after it's recorded, and there's another one previous to this, which will be Left Hand Brewing Peppermint Nitro Milk Stout. I think that's what it is. It's a long, complicated name. That was a nice surprise that I'd never had before. I'd never had a peppermint stout before. I like things that are surprising, which is what I try to share here. So, again, if you like these rambly videos and my brain Fs, please give this a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, hit the bell once. If you want notifications, hit the bell a second time. Feel free to comment down below and correct any of my mistakes. I do accept criticism. Constructive criticism is always welcome. Destructive criticism, not so much, because most people don't like that. So, and again, no fighting, no hitting on each other, because this is not a dating site. And as always, make sure your hearse is winterized, because it's that time of year. Drac responsibly. Give the designated Dracula a chance to imbibe if they wish, and take care of your friends and acquaintances and just random people that you, just because, that are, the cryptids, the shapeshifters, the changelings, and all the other wonderful, magical, and mystical creatures, mythological beasts, etc., etc. Because they do need our love and support right now more than ever. Let them know that they are loved, they are valued, and they are special, and that they deserve a space and a place in this world, and that they belong. I love you guys. See you in the next video. Bye now. Happy holidays. Happy haunting.